Hello, welcome back. It's Blades. Things are happening. We were too cool for Zoom, and Zoom choked
Zoom
to death.
couldn't handle it.
Choked to
Couldn't
death
handle
on how cool we are. Chalk it up to another victim of the Bloodletters.
That's right.
The hated Zoom Street gang.
The Zoomers.
The Zoom Street boys. That's more warriors, I think, than it is Blades. They could not dig it, and away they go. So we're back. Everything's good. Everything's fine. We're good.
Hooray.
Thank you, Based Internet, for working this time. So let's talk about rules updates and shiz, because I read, if my understanding is correct of the new version of the book, all of my abilities get better. I get extra dots in everything, and I don't really remember the rest.
I think you float off on a golden cloud.
Yeah, perfect. Yes, I forgot about the golden cloud. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's
I think everybody just wets themselves as you go by.
Yeah, it's exactly.
That's the new, like, the slide has the when you sway somebody, they don't remember you, and Kendra just has when you see somebody, they just wet themselves.
Yeah, when you were too cool for words.
Well, what I did is I actually went into Cantor's sheet and RC's sheet. I don't know if Josh, if you remember Oscar, and I just copied and pasted, because roleplay lets you just change the moves. I changed all the moves to match. So the sheets are actually pretty close to correct, except for the healing clock and recovery. But we can just know it's a 4-tick clock. It's not like Cantor's ever gonna get shot, because no one will ever want to shoot.
Yeah, how
somebody.
dare they even think about it?
So
that's also a new move. If you just even think about shooting me, you die instantly. So.
They'll be changing their pants so they can't shoot.
Yeah. That's a cool thing about the sheet, is that, like, all this stuff is like copied in, so we can just mess with it. So
yeah.
Cool.
Josh, have you already done updated Oscar?
So I clicked over a couple of abilities, but aside from that, I'm good.
Okay, I'll do some copy and paste then, so that the moves.
I'm actually pretty solid. I can copy paste if I need to.
Cool, awesome. Then we're good. We got all the stuff then.
Sweet.
And I think this lost on chat, but we decided that because we had previously upgraded our crew, we're going to spend that advance to instead get a second crew, because you can't have multiple crew types. Or a second gang. Yeah. Thank you. You can't. So now, instead of the Fine Thugs being Thugs and Rooks and Whisperers, which was kind of weird anyway. Now we have two gangs. We've got the Fine Thugs, which are Thugs and Rooks, and we have Oscar's Weirdos, or whatever you want to call them, Oscar, which are Thugs and Adepts. So that's makes a little more sense, I think, anyway. Like, you know, Cyclops was not doing whispery stuff like that. You know, neither were Bricks, but so.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot more sense anyway, and it shows the size of the gang getting, like, bigger and better, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. What did we have left over from the last thing? Because you had a thing to do, right? Still.
Yeah, I got a couple little things, and Oscar has a little thing. I'm gonna do mine because they're fast.
Okay.
So when RC went to talk to Bajo last time, and we had fun.
Oh, yeah, that was awesome.
The intent of that was to start a long-term project, which was to set up a drug distribution network. We already got Bajo on board. Obviously, within the fiction, he agreed to it, but in terms of it actually being efficient and making monies for us, I want to get a clock on that. So I'm going to roll, if you're cool with it, command, because that's pretty much what RC was doing, was saying, you fucked this up, you fucked this over, so now you're going to distribute drugs for us. And Bajo agreed. So I want to roll command to see how many ticks that puts on. Does that sound good to you?
Yes.
Cool.
We had a little bit of a knife fight about it.
A little bit. Kind of stab a fool.
Right. And at the end of that, you made your point, and Bajo relented, but then we didn't find out how much progress you made on your clock.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's do it.
So I'm gonna roll myself some command. I'm not pushing myself. I don't think I want to futz with Devil's Bargain, so I'm just gonna go ahead and roll. If that's cool with you.
Yeah, that's fine. Well.
How's that?
Awesome.
Oh, snap! I felt like it went well. I mean, in my mind, it went well. That's how we start this game.
I like how for the rest of I like how for the rest of the session I just have to like have my hand on the slider for the volume for your channel. So as soon as Sean gets excited, I can just drag him down.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm reckoning.
Your mic does not have the capability to be as excited as you are. Yeah.
Well, if you scroll up in the chat log for the previous session, the last roll was RC Keel Rolls Command 661. So we're just keeping it in the same space.
Yeah.
Don't want to mess up the streak. So
Nope.
now we didn't say how big a clock this was.
No.
And it really matters all of a sudden because if it's 4, you just finished it.
Yep.
So the clock is, what was the title of this clock?
Drug Distribution Network.
Right. Basho is going to distribute your stuff.
Yay, Will.
And
So
We fucking showed that guy.
because he is your friend,
mhm.
more or less, kind of.
Plus 3 faction
Look,
status, but
friend is such a loaded word.
He was more of a friend before you went to talk to him.
yeah.
Unfortunately.
Story of our lives. Yeah, they were your friend. Then you talked to them. Then you tried to have a conversation, and now they're all up in
he's
your
our
shit.
frenemy.
Yeah, you still have your positive status, but Bazo himself is not quite as warm towards you as he was.
Yeah. Right.
But-
Which is a sad thing, but
Yeah.
life goes on.
I do think I think a 6 o'clock makes sense here because it's not like this huge monumental task that you have to go and deal with, but it's not necessarily 4 per se. I mean, it could be, I guess, but that seems pretty simplistic to just be like, distribute all our product now, and boom.
Yep.
But you get 5 filled in because of your crit.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to just drop a coin on him, you could be like, yeah, and also here's a little extra something to get it going, and that would finish off the project right now.
I think so. I think that's the right call. We have the coin. Crew has coin. RC has coin. We got coin all right.
I got coin
Yeah,
coming out of my
last I
fucking
checked,
ass.
Yeah, get a lot of
Yeah.
money.
Yeah. So I'm gonna spend a crew coin on that because this is for the crew. And I think what we do is we start by giving him some product. I mean, that's what it represents. Is we're just like, here's, it's not like here's free product per se, but like, here's to start testing.
It's the distributor thing. Like you give them the starter for free, and then they pay you the cut after they sell it.
Exactly.
It's like making sourdough, but with drugs.
That's right.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, analogies.
That's how they teach you to make sourdough starter. They're like, okay, it's like when you're running a drug.
Listen,
So
if that's how you tried to teach me how to make bread, I would get that shit. I'd be like, oh. Like the hair on.
Right.
I see how it do.
Well, then I'm working that clock complete.
Yeah.
And we now have a distribution network that's not just our tattoo shop. We've got the Lampblacks moving our product. Cool. The second thing I wanted to do was back in that meeting with the our favorite friends, the Aruvians. Instead of the +3 faction status, let's switch right over to -3 faction status. And what's the name of Cantor's new blue coat friend? I don't know if I caught it.
Was this? We're talking about the one that I like admitted to being a murder guy too.
Yeah.
What's her? I gotta start remembering people's names because it's at the point now where I spent so long not paying attention to what's her name that I've just all the NPCs are like that guy in my way.
Yeah.
Man, her name is not in my notes.
I don't think she's been named, actually. I don't think.
Oh, well, that makes it easier.
Yeah,
Perfect.
no, I was going back through all my AP and I could not find anything. And usually I try to record names. Maybe it happened in the session and I didn't catch it when I was watching it, but I think she's just in a Rubian blue coat and we didn't get her name. So
Yeah, okay. Then I will give her a name. Just a moment.
I also, what was the name of? And I'm sure someone who isn't me will remember this. What was the name of the Eruvian chick that was like, "Damn, Cantor's the best"? What was her name? You remember?
Oh,
that was Lissa.
Listen,
Yep.
right?
Leader of the
But-
Crows.
Yeah, but she's not a Rubian. She's
Right.
she's not.
Yeah.
Lissa. All right.
She leads the crows, yes.
Yeah.
Lissa, aka Cantor's side piece, written down, made
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, well, you did, as I recall, you did stay behind after the meeting was over.
Oh yes.
And,
Oh yes, I did.
Yeah.
shit went down. Yeah,
Yeah,
classic Cantor.
that good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, Eruvian blue coat. Who Cantor confessed a massacre to.
Yes, that's the one. That's her descriptor.
That is the one.
That's what we know about her.
Get her a last name. Oh, I actually closed my Uduasha file. I should have that open.
By the way, everybody, because the publisher, I get sneak peeks at Uduasha, and it is so freaking cool. One of the neatest things about it is it's just kind of smaller than Duskfall. So it's if you like are like, oh, so many factions, there's so much stuff going on. Uduasha is like in some ways really great, really well suited for a smaller campaign or a one shot because it's just a smaller, tighter space. But it's also really cool.
Thanks for the nerp, Sean. Thanks.
Yeah.
That's good.
Was that too loud? Was that too loud again?
No, it's fine.
Her name is Aya Najan. What's her name? Or Najan.
One Y or two.
AYA is her first name, Aya.
Yep.
And not Najan, Nahjan.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So the second action I'm doing, I'm going to spend out one of the crew's rep for this because we don't have any extra downtime actions. And it's the one rep we have. And before we leave, when Cantor stays.
Yeah,
when
let me just recap briefly for people who
Sure.
haven't watched that episode. So the Bloodletters murdered all the Red Sashes, took over their territory, and this was a while back. And then when confronted by a blue coat who happened to be an Eruvian, Cantor confessed to the killings to like show off how tough he was. And that Eruvian blue coat, instead of telling the blue coats about it, went and told the Eruvian consulate that the reason why all their people and the children of their nobles had been murdered was because of the Bloodletters. So Lissa, the leader of the main gang in Crowsfoot, the Crows, she called the Bloodletters to their base and was like, turn over the people who killed the Red Sashes to make amends with the Eruvians and everything will be cool. And the Bloodletters went, how about you go fuck yourselves?
Like we do.
And we don't do that. What are you going to do about it? And so they went to war with the Eruvian consulate and its attendant agents and stuff. But because of RC's critical role on command, basically impressed Lissa so much and the Crows that she was like, cool, all right, well, fine. it's not my problem.
Yeah.
So they started a war with the Eruvians, but kind of got out of trouble with the Crows as the managing kind of crime lord of the area. And the Eruvian bluecoat, who had been sort of integral to all this, was there at the meeting. So we're flashing back to that moment after RC is like intimidated the hell out of everyone and started this war with the consulate, and RC's gonna approach this blue coat cop.
Yeah, well, what's great about this Aya and her behavior is that she kept it in the family, right? Like it worked out great because if she'd gone to the cops, it would have ruined everything. But at least here, it's a situation we still have some leverage on.
I made a fortune roll for her
Yeah.
to see which way it went, and she decided to go with her people.
Yeah.
And that's exactly the lines in which RC is thinking, which is this didn't work out for her, and so RC wants to make sure she doesn't try option number 2.
Yeah, that she's not sour about it for sure.
Exactly. So as people are like filing out, I stop her. I get in her way, and I look at her and I say, "This didn't work out for you at all."
She wanted it to be one way, but it wasn't.
But it's the other way.
It was totally the other way. Yeah.
Now,
okay, yeah, go.
now, you're gonna walk out that door and you're gonna be just fine. But if you get any ideas, and is she wearing like a blue coat or is she wearing like a Ruvian garb right now?
Yep, she's wearing her uniform.
So because like RC's already intimidated all these people, so I feel like she's like full of herself right now. She feels like ready to take on anyone. I grab her blue coat. I'm like, if you feel like doing anything about this another way, then we're gonna have a problem. And I am trying to reduce heat. Basically, keep her from going and telling the blue coats anything that she might.
I love this scene because it's like you're gonna go home, and tonight when you're going to bed, you might feel a slight sting. That's pride.
It's just pride
fucking with you. Right? Like don't be a hero. Like it's cool.
Yeah.
You did the right thing even though it didn't quite go the way you wanted.
Yeah,
That's right. Yeah, you made your play. That was brave, but this is over now.
yeah. And I'm trying to make it clear to her also that like, if she doesn't do anything, we're not going to go after her. I mean, we're at war with her people, but like, I'm not going to come kill her. But if she rats on us to the blue coats, I will come kill her. Or one of us will come kill her.
Someone will end your life.
And I think the other subtext too is like, you look what you did, and now your people are in danger from us. Do you want the blue coats to be in that position too? Do you want us? We'll murder whoever we got to murder.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. We will.
Blood
though.
Street, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It works on so many levels. It's good.
So, and if this feels appropriate to you, I would be happy to take her personal enmity towards me or the Bloodletters as a devil's bargain, because right now she doesn't know RC from Adam. She knows the Bloodletters because of Cantor. But I'm just saying, like, I would be very happy for her to get this stuck in her craw.
I'd like to suggest
against us.
I'd like to suggest the devil's bargain that she falls madly and desperately in love with me. Is that?
Okay, that's the other one. Is that because she's so in love with Cantor, she's going to stay behind.
That's right. Yeah.
When we all leave.
I will take that devil's bargain and give it to you. I love it. It's great. It's like there's a third way that occurs to her. You're like, you went for your people. That didn't work out. Don't go talking to blue coats. That's not going to work for you. And in her brain, she goes, okay, I'll
Batman.
Right. Exactly. She wants to try and come kill me herself. That's totally legit. That's that's the streets. That's fine. Bring it.
Come at me, Batman.
So awesome.
Now, also, Sean, you have a new friend.
Yeah.
Who happens to be present.
Yes.
Is that someone that can give you a bonus die to this downtime action or not? What do you think? Again, for people who didn't see last episode, RC's critical bonus from her command roll was that she impressed Elstera Avrathi, the diplomat from Aruvia. While the Bloodletters went to war with the Aruvian consulate, Elstera became friends with RC essentially because she was like, ooh, this person is an important asset that I can use. RC was so impressive in the scene. Elstera is it's part of her job to recruit assets.
And that character that we're talking about, the ambassador or whatever, we figured she was played by the woman from The Expanse, right?
The awesome Iranian actress.
Cool.
She's the one that plays Christian Avasarala, so she's awesome.
Right. Yeah. No.
Also, The Expanse is a good show. You should watch it.
It's so good.
So
Also, Sheree is an awesome person in real life too.
yeah. So John, much as I want that bonus die, my relationship with oh my goodness, I'm gonna get her name wrong. I have it right here. Sarah is predicated on Arcee being able to handle herself.
Right.
And not needing and being able to get shit done on her own.
Yep.
So I am not going to take the bonus die. You know, I'm happy if she sees this. That's great. But
Makes
I'm
sense.
not going to lean on her for any like, yeah, because she said it too kind of shit. Like this is all Bloodletters, 100%. We get stuff done on our own. So I will not take her in this case, which hurts me to the core. But
I mean, it makes sense though, because like we just finished saying we don't need these people, so. Yeah.
Right. So let's not say, oh, but could you help us?
Do it.
All right. So I'm making command roll, and I'm taking up 1 bonus die for the devil's bark.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that bonus die was what
Yeah, I'm not mad
what
at
helped
it.
out. I'm not mad at it either. All right. So that's that's 2 heat.
-2 heat. Yep.
So I'm gonna.
So yeah, so she Aya Najan, she narrows her eyes and kind of plays back at Arcee. She takes a step forward. You've got her coat like representing her job.
Yeah.
And she goes, all right. When I come for you, it'll just be me and you. I don't need this. And she shrugs out of your grip and like stalks out of the room.
Oh, I love it. Awesome.
Yeah.
That's so win-win. That's just great all around. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. Like everything is good.
Yeah.
I can't wait for her to come at me in the night. Cool. And then the one thing I want to do, which isn't RC, but I just want to roll it, is we didn't roll our vice stat.
Yeah.
So
before we finish with all the things, I have lots of coin and also lots of stress. Can I just have like a indulge vice?
I may need to do the same.
Yeah, because I don't want to. I mean, I love trauma. You know I do, but I wouldn't mind having some extra stress to throw around. Is that a thing that I can do?
Yeah, we can totally. Well.
Yeah.
Yes, that is a thing you can do.
Okay.
You have a new purveyor.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why
You brought Revka from Imperial City, the opera costume designer, to design your clothes for you.
that's right.
So yeah, you're able to indulge your vice by going to. She hasn't set up her business yet, but she has like a shop that's in under construction.
Mm-hmm.
And there's bolts of cloth everywhere, and her attendants running back and forth. She's a pretty like important rich noble person who has all kinds of disposable income and stuff, and so she's like, someone's running up to her with like 6 different wallpaper patterns, and she's going, yes, no, oh, horrible, no.
Yeah, and then guaranteed at some point, like I'm being like dressed for new clothes. Someone brings up a wallpaper pattern. I'm like, I want that. Put that on me. And they're like, Cantor, that's wallpaper. It's like, I don't give a fuck. Put it on me.
Yeah.
Oh, make sure it all matches. Like
Yeah,
all
exactly. Yeah.
matching is very important.
It'll look like
Inner
the
coat and
inside of an
outer
expensive
coat.
bathroom. Okay, cool. Let me indulge my vice. I don't have any bonus dice.
Yeah, I think you can just hit the thing and then
Here we go.
bam.
That's better.
3 less stress. Do you want to double hit it here, or
No, I'm okay where I'm at because that's below half now, so I'm fine. Yeah, so I'll spend that coin.
While you're at it, Tanner, you want to roll, see how much our vice dens make for us?
Oh yeah. Is that on the sheet?
Yeah, it's just a fortune roll. I don't think there's a automatic thing, but it's our tier.
yes, chat. Cantor would love Don Cherry's outfits.
Oh
He would
yeah.
completely. They would be soulmates, I think.
Was it the Grammy outfits that CeeLo Green had or something?
Yeah.
Let's see. So the fortune rolls. Here we go. Crew mode. Roll fortune. How many dice do we have for this?
It's 2 because it's our tier.
2.
All right. Give it to me. All right, we got 4.
4. Okay. That means we get 1 coin because we have 3 heat right now. So it's tier roll minus heat.
Yeah. Where shit's hot. So that coin goes into the hawker's sheet, right?
Yes.
All right, cool. We good.
However, next time you do this, you will have the added benefit of the Lamp Blacks tier on your side.
Mm-hmm.
So
Nice.
you'll be able to you'll have more dice to roll for that next time because they're distributing your product for you.
Wicked.
I dig it.
Yeah.
All right, I will add it. Looks like you already did. Cool.
No, Chad, I'm not Canadian, but I do watch hockey and I know who Don Cherry is. Okay, cool. Yes, Cantor is getting his fashion fixed. The drug dens are running again. You guys still have a product supply problem on the horizon. You're using your last bits of product.
No, we got a Leviathan hunter to give us. Our
Oh
supply.
right, Jesus! Oh my God.
No, sir.
Sorry.
Not the case.
Episode about this.
You guys fixed that problem. Yeah, I had it in my notes, but I tore out the page that had that other mission on it. So when I flip the page, that's not there, and I'm like, oh, I guess yeah. No, you don't have it anymore. My bad. Yes, you got killed Lord Strangford and got a new captain in place to supply you.
Shit, yeah.
When Cantor was on vacation.
Yeah.
Yes. So my bad. It's been too long. Cool. So I think we're basically done with bookkeeping.
I have 2 quick things. The first of which is, how do we want to handle? If you recall, I still have to place that item in the den. Now I'm happy to do it while like everybody's staring at Cantor, who's like pointedly ignoring Glissa, or when like we have RC stepping up and like getting in the face of the Aruvians, because I'm like perched on the back of the chair. My idea is to take my crazy clawed hand and just pop a seam, slip the little item in, and then just let that go.
Where are you putting it?
Inside a chair.
Oh, into the upholstery.
Yep.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. You happen to be sitting in one of those, so that seems like a pretty convenient maneuver.
And I sit on chairs all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. So Rorik, the murdered former leader of the Crows, supposedly killed by Lissa, Rorik's ghost asked Oscar to take this artifact and hide it somewhere in the Crows' headquarters, which he is doing now.
So do you want me just to like make a quick skulk roll to see how that goes? Do you want a fortune roll? I don't know what the.
It's an action. It's an action roll.
Prowl.
Yeah. Prowl or finesse, I think both make sense.
I have 1 die in each, so.
Prowl if you were like, kind of waiting for the right moment when no one was watching you, and finesse if you were, doing it very subtly so it looked like you were just sort of adjusting yourself in the chair.
Prowl it is.
All right. I think it's controlled. Standard effect.
Now, do I just roll 1 die? I don't really have the stress to burn here.
Oh yeah, you're pretty stressed out.
Do you have a? Yeah, that's why I need
Do
to
I have a devil's bargain?
Yeah.
Oh, sure, I have a devil's bargain. Zamira, you don't know her name. The younger Arubian.
I remember. And yes,
Younger-
I remember you dropping her name out of character, though. I pay attention to these things.
Yes, there was a younger Aruvian woman who looked a lot like Linnea, who was some kind of whisperer or something, and she had an Aruvian demon binding metal whip on her belt.
That's the kind of girl you take home to mom.
You're using Prowl to do this out of sight, but if you take the Devil's Bargain, because she's a whisperer, she will like sense the artifact when you place it.
I don't have a problem with this, and this is more to do with the Crows than it is to do with them. So I'm okay if she either follows up or does whatever, because I will have completed my bargain with Rorik. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I will take that Devil's Bargain. You say Devil's Bargain, I say yes, please.
I know that's our little ritual we go through. Okay. Crow. I'm making a note of that devil's bargain, so don't forget. Control with a 4. So you can realize that you're not gonna like someone's gonna see you do it, and like not go for it. Try a different approach besides prowl, or you can push forward to a risky roll and like try again. Or you can give up and try finesse, or some other approach.
No, I think I am going to go risky. I think it's at the end, like when I'm hopping down and like I gently push the chair back into position, and that's the moment where I'm like, nope. And then I wait for that moment, and I'm doing it. And now at this point, like everyone's milling around, so it might be risky.
Yeah. I think like the perfect opportunity has passed, and now some of the crows' toughs are like kind of coming over, like everyone's leaving, like this isn't your home, you gotta leave, buddy. They're kind of starting to get interested in why you're still here.
You don't have to go home, but you
That's right.
Cool. Same dice?
Yeah, same dice. Yep.
Same deal.
So yeah, let's do you end up in a desperate position. Let's just
keep on rolling.
Is that 4 to 5 now? Okay.
On risky, yeah, you can end up in a desperate position.
It's one of the possible consequences.
All right.
But you succeed. It's risky.
You succeed. You put the thing, you hide it in the chair, and you kind of look around, and RC is like not in view. Cantor and Lissa,
blue coats. Yeah.
Cantor and Lissa have gone off somewhere. It's like just a couple of the crows, and a few of the Aruvians. And Elstera her and her bodyguard have gone downstairs. And you kind of realize like, oh no, like I'm the only one. Cyclops isn't here. You're just alone. And one of the crows looks at one of the Aruvian bodyguards, like they clearly know each other, and they're kind of like, I don't know, maybe we can. We got a shot here. And the bodyguard, or the crow, like moves to, he's like, okay, enough, everybody get out of here, show's over, everybody. And the Aruvian slips past him and comes right towards you. He's a young man. He's dressed in Aruvian finery. He's got a silk jacket with a high collar, a big wide golden sash around his waist, a saber and a dagger. And he looks like, this is his chance to get some kind of payback, right? Once a member of this gang that killed a bunch of Aruvians is left behind. And so he's coming to do something violent. You're not sure exactly. He's just making a beeline right at you.
Cool. I'm debating whether I want to handle this myself or if I just want to stand very still and right before his knife hits my throat, just quietly whisper, "Satara, rip his arms off." I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm saving that bomb for. I don't know. There is the girl with the whip there. I might show off. No, yeah, I think he's coming at me, and I think I'm gonna use my cool new power. So in version 8, Warded allows you to expend special armor in order to push yourself, and when I push myself, I have Tempest. So I think I make it clear, I'm going to just, this is obviously a desperate situation. This guy's a much better knife man, sword man, whatever the hell you call it. But
probably.
As he comes towards me, are there any crows in the room? Is Lissa in the room?
No, it's the bodyguard that seems to be in cahoots with this, or the crow thug is in cahoots with this Aruvian bodyguard, and pretty much everyone else has been cleared out.
Cool.
So, yeah.
So I think that there's just a moment where the guy draws his knife, and I look at the crow thug, and I'm just like, "You're the guys that arranged this. Are you gonna let this happen?" And he's just like, and he's letting the guy through and moving out of the way and everything. And I'm like, okay. And then as he comes towards me, you hear the clink 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 of the metal in my in the weird armored left arm that I have, and you see like on the right hand side, like all the way up, all of the demon blood tattoo ink like starts glowing, like there's some sort of like glowing wounds underneath all of, like you can see it despite all of my
coming
like,
out of your under the feathers and stuff.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
I just gesture back and then gesture forward, and I just drop sheer lightning right through him.
It's worth noting that we're really high up in an area that's open air.
Yeah.
So like you
It's
could
like an
literally
open-
be, literally be calling lightning from outside.
Man, you gotta make all that noise out there. I'm trying to get shit done in here.
Sorry, man. It comes down to rolls, right?
Also, I like that it was pointed out too that again you gotta do your cool shit when no one is around to see it. Like, cool, you could throw lightning? No, I don't believe you. That's bullshit. No one believes that.
There is maybe going to be one crow to know about that.
Cantor. I totally can throw lightning. Do you know why? Because I'm Batman. Yeah, no, I got this. All right, so cool. So, John, is that fine? Is this a desperate attune that I'm hearing?
Yeah, it sure is.
I
You-
will mark that as XP then.
Oscar
All right.
hasn't done this before, and you're gonna like beat this expert fighter to the punch. That's why it's desperate. It's not so much the tuning. You're good at that, but it's a question of timing, right? You want to do it before he gets you.
Yep, and I think I'm just going with that free push. I don't.
Yeah, you're pushing. Yeah, do you want a bonus die or extra effect?
I'm gonna go for a bonus die because I think that putting lightning through somebody is.
Yeah, what's his effect? Base. What's his?
I would say it's not instantly fatal, but it is a mortal type wound that this guy will die from without proper attention.
That's the medical term for it. It's one of those mortal type wounds.
Yeah.
Mortal-ish.
If you want to like instantly like partially disintegrate him or something, then you could boost your effect for that. But otherwise, it's gonna like stop his heart, and he's gonna go down and eventually die from that without assistance.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
So-
I basically want to drop him. The thing is that Oscar actually kind of. Nobody else remembers this, or at least this is only in Oscar's memory. If you recall, RC dueled Mylara Clev and gave her an out. Then Cantor grabbed his crotch and shot her, potentially mortally. But she was leaping up staircases and binding him in red sashes. So the
Yeah.
person that actually ended Mylara Clev
I know.
was Tempest.
Yep.
And so he kind of feels a little bad about that. Not really, but like,
Kill stealing
Uh,
motherfucker.
right?
I was wondering why I didn't get XP for that shit.
But I think that it's one of those things where they confronted them. They're like, blood calls to blood. And he's just like, you know what? That's not the way Oscar really functions. He doesn't kill people to like, he hits them hard and then lets the stories spread, right? Like nobody can tell anyone that shit's going on unless they live. But he does feel a little responsible that this whole issue is kind of his fault.
I didn't kill him. Organ failure killed him from the lightning bolt I threw at him. It's not my fault. I didn't. You are Batman.
For legal purposes, it's the sea that kills you. Not
Oh, look at those sixes. Dag.
Whoa. Well, there's your increased effect if you want it.
He blows away.
No. I think that there's this like the lightning arcs out, and usually when you throw lightning, it's just like one shock. It goes through like whoever and like hits things.
Collateral damage, yes, for sure.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that Oscar like lifts the guy up. Like there's like almost like a claw made out of lightning that like lifts the dude off his feet, and he locks that eye with the crow. Like motherfucker, you should have done your job. And then walks up to him, walks past him, walks out the door, and then the dude drops to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
We are just the coolest. We're so cool. Goddamn. We're
pretty rad.
great.
Flawless victory. Yeah. Nice. Very nice. And we quickly cut to in flagrante delicto in a room in the tower as this lightning crashes.
Yeah. And Lissa probably like looks over like, what was that? And I'm like, that's just Cantor's magic, baby.
How it is, baby.
Yeah, this is how I do. Yeah, I felt it too.
I like magic.
Electrifying.
That's right, exactly. Yeah.
Did you feel the tower shake? No, that's I'm that good.
I'm that good. That's right. Uh,
Nice. Take your XP for desperate, Josh.
I'm gonna point out, since this has been asked on G Plus a number of times, that I think John, you were giving Josh great effect because that lightning had potency, and so we started
Correct.
with great, which was that like not level 3 type harm, fatal but not instantly fatal.
Exactly. Yes.
And that's just point of clarity for people watching this and wondering about how the rules are being adjudicated.
Lightning is potent against human beings. They're not good at rolling with that.
You don't say.
I know it's like a weird
How
part of the
exciting.
rules of my game.
So I do have one last thing to do, and hopefully this will be really quick. I would like to vice real fast, and because I'm sitting at 6 stress and I need to clear that shit.
Yeah.
So my vice is weird, and I think that some of my cults is my I'm sorry, adepts. Yes, my gang of adepts, not cult.
No, not a cult.
Totally
Not a cult at all.
I think that they're so I found some old books maybe, and I'm indulging in trying out learning some like old rituals that may or may not be attached to like vampirism or whatnot. So I think like Oscar actually like gets himself buried for 48 hours. It just lies in a shallow grave briefly. So
Sure.
Oh my God, you're so intolerable. I can't. You fucking nerd. Jesus. Let me retire to my earthen bed. Yes.
I want another smash cut. Not actually in the show, but like it's a few days later, and Cantor and Lissa have moved on to the manor for their rendezvous. And in the middle of the activities, they look out the window and like lightning crashes and illuminates the yard, and Oscar's like climbing out of a
This is totally Vampire's Kiss, that movie where Nick Cage thinks he's a vampire.
I am not reciting the alphabet. So. Oh my God, you guys! All right.
Amazing.
So I think I'm just gonna go with that, unless.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Right, cool.
I like it. Yep. Researching vampirism. Interesting.
Yeah.
A Skurlock family activity.
Yeah.
-3
right.
stress for you.
I'm good.
Do you want to double up, or are you good with there?
No, I'm good. I had to.
Do you want to keep vicing? I guess is what I'm asking.
No, I there's no way. I'm stealing actually a coin from the the gang in order to.
Are you now? Interesting.
Yeah, what is that shit about? I use my own fucking coins, and I see on your character sheet, Mr. Skurlock, you got your own money. What are you doing? Just fucking dipping into our shit.
It's still you're still paying for damages to the house from the party. I think it's still.
Yeah, right. This is Oscar getting back at us for throwing a giant party in his house.
Don't help him, John.
I actually
he doesn't
have
need help.
really good ideas for what happens when our crew levels up and we get some more stash,
Sure
because
you
everybody
do.
gets stash now. Oh no, it's gonna be awesome. You guys are gonna actually love this. All right, carry on.
Well, if that's the end of our downtime and bookkeeping from last time.
Yeah. Let's make some money.
Maybe should we take a first break and then come back and start the?
Yeah, why not?
Start the
Why not?
ep for real.
Sounds good.
We'll break it up. We'll break it up narratively.
Thank you, chat, for letting us kind of catch up here and deal with stuff from last time. It's been a long time since we played, so we kind of had to.
Yeah, it works. It works good because we got a lot of new folks in the chat,
Yeah.
so we'll get them caught up. What
We
you
will
gotta
start
know
the
is
episode.
RC is a stick up her ass, but she's tough, and Cantor's the best, and Oscar supposedly contributes in some fashion, but apparently just keeps using our money for I don't know baubles.
To bury
opium.
himself.
So we gotta go make some more money so that Oscar continue to buy artisanal graves, I guess. Stick around. We'll be back with more Bloodletters when we return. Fucking nerd.